Welcome back to movingprofessional.com. So I'm going to just show like an excursion drill for different stepping strategies, hip strategies, balance strategies, basically using the door, or you can use a wall for this. So the first one is just a hip touch where we're going to just reach the butt back and touch. So the idea here is to be as far away from the wall as you can. Tap your butt, not fall into the wall. So you can use a reach in the front to make this a bit easier. So it's just a tap, stand all the way up. As you feel you get better at it, you just inch yourself forward, try to reach back. You're trying to feel yourself move to the heels without losing the ball of the foot, and then bring it forward. You can actually challenge this then by taking the reach away and see if you can still touch with just moving the hips back. So that gets a little bit harder, so you may have to move back a little bit. The arms make it easier. Taking the arms away makes it a little harder. So that would be exercise one. Exercise two would be to reach straight up and then back. So now the idea is to shift the weight more forward to the front of the feet as the body just bows back and you make contact. So the farther you get away from the door, you're going to shift farther, you're going to reach up, but then you might even add a little bit of neck motion if you can tolerate that to get further back. So it's a game of inches, trying to get a little bit farther away from the door, but being able to make contact and maintain control. Then we can go sideways here. So we're going to go up, take the forearm and try to touch the forearm to the door. All right. While we're doing this, the key is not to lean into the foot that's closest, but to keep the weight through the far foot. So you can think about the four corners of the feet, two corners of the ball of the foot, two corners of the heel. You want to keep that down on this left foot in this case. Okay, and then we would just do this on the other side. So again, the farther you go away, the harder it is to be able to reach and touch the door. So you got to find your sweet spot. Then we can do this with the stepping drill. So forward stepping would be you just step, try to touch your toes to the door or the wall, feel the weight shift a little bit into the front leg, and then without sliding the foot, try to step back to where you started. So the closer you are, the easier. The more you back up, the more it becomes a little bit more like a lunge. So this heel might have to come up, this knee might have to bend. You want to try to keep your torso up, and then you're going to push off to get you back to where you want to be. So that would be a progression there on both sides. And then we would do a lateral stepping drill. You try to have the outer edge of the foot get near the door. You get into this leg, push yourself back, get back to your starting point. The farther you move away from the wall, the harder that becomes. And then the last one would be a back step. So you just you can either touch your heel, or depending on how comfortable you are with balance, you can even have this foot be flat and just the heel is lightly kissing here. Bring it there. Or you can just have the ball of the foot touch the ground, the heel touches the door. But again, the idea is to be farther, and then if I get farther, it's looking more like a lunge or like a split position that you're coming out of. So the idea is to look at balance. You have three strategies of balance. You have ankle strategies, which would be you're just moving a little bit into the feet. You have a hip strategy, which would be if you get knocked over, you have to move from your hips either forward or backward, and then you have a stepping strategy. So it's working on all of these just by using a wall or a door.